Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final edition of the Integrity Racing Show here in the 2016 season. It's kind of our awards broadcast as we update everyone on the various different awards that we have in the Integrity Racing League and who won those. So the first thing we're going to start with is our Clean Driver Award, and Kent Wetherell's here with us tonight. Kent, congratulations on winning the Clean Driver Award. Tell us about your season and what led to your success in that area.
I think running in the back helped quite a bit. I'm one of the slower guys in the league. I probably run about an 1800 I rating, so I'm nowhere near the caliber of driver as you guys, but I tried to stay out of the way, and for the most part I did it. I had a rough time at, I guess it was the second Martinsville race. Lee Pierce and I just hit each other every which way but possible. But other than that, had a good season, really enjoyed racing. I think what I'm happiest about at the end of the year, I finished 20th. And part of that was due to Brad Wren having to drop out early and Joe Yakes not being able to race those last couple races. But after missing 4 of the first 5 races and I think 8 of the first 11 to sneak up in there and get locked in for next year, I was pretty happy about that. So had a good time. Appreciate Jacob putting this on, and good, clean competition. Seemed like a bunch of good guys, and just happy to be here.
All right, and one of the unique items that you get for winning the Clean Driver Award is you win $25. So tell us how you're going to spend the big winnings there in your $25 prize for the Clean Driver Award.
Oh boy, that's a bunch of money. I don't know. Frankly, I'll probably just invest it back in the league. I know Jacob's put out a lot of money for this, and I didn't pay anything to participate, and I got far more than $25 worth of fun out of this year. So I'll just go ahead and donate that right back to Jacob, and he can use it for next year or whatever he needs to do.
All right, so Kent Wetherell's your Clean Driver of the Year award, so congratulations on him for that. Our next award is the Elkton Golf and Batting Team Championship. Our Elkton Golf and Batting sponsorship from Jay Heishman's driving range there in Elkton, Maryland. So hopefully, if you're ever in the Elkton area, you could check that out. But the Elkton Golf and Batting Championship this year went to, big surprise here, Lockdown Racing. Andrew Fayesh is here to represent not just himself, but also Lockdown Racing. Andrew, tell us a little bit about the season that Lockdown had.
We started off pretty rough. I won't lie. We were like half and half on having good week, bad weeks together. But once we kind of got everybody reeled in and in the groove for the season, it was pretty clean there out, and staying out of trouble and being consistent is really important to for good finishes, no matter whether you're individually or as a team. And we work together well with pitch strategies and communication and stuff all season long. So that definitely played a big role in it. So yeah, it was, got to thank Jay Heishman for putting that award out. That's a very fun, very different style of deal. It made for some interesting dynamics in the series, because we had a couple people that joined teams that didn't normally work with anybody. And I think that helped the entire league as a whole, really, because you had people that normally were used to just kind of hanging out by themselves during race time and just running the race, whereas now they had people to bounce ideas off of and learn a little bit from, and back and forth. And I thought that was really cool. So I hope we have that next year too, and appreciate it.
All right, and since you're going to win, we'll talk about this, but big surprise, you're the champion for this season. So you've already got one trophy coming your way. Who do you think, there is a trophy that goes with the Elkton Golf and Batting Championship. Who do you think Jay Heishman is going to be mailing that off to?
Well, we should probably mail that to. You're going to have an argument. I would say Bon Tempe, but at the same time, to be fair to everybody on the team, Marcus made sure that we were focused on team stuff, especially early in the season. So he was definitely all over the team points and trying to keep everybody racing smart rather than getting mad over 1 or 2 spots or some tight racing or anything. So I'm going to let them duke it out, but I think it's definitely going to be either Bon Tempe or Lambert. I think Lambert's got enough trophies, it'll probably go to Matt.
Yeah, I think we're all in complete agreement that Nick Ward does not deserve the trophy because Nick Ward sucks. Let's talk about the Rookie of the Year champion, and that's Adam de Blasio, who joins us on the show as he always does. as our league statistician, but also a champion here in the league as the Rookie of the Year. Adam, kind of a flag-to-flag victory there as the Rookie of the Year. Reached out and grabbed an early lead and never looked back. Tell us about your season and the Rookie of the Year chase.
Definitely at the beginning of the season, I don't know if you saw on Facebook, you probably or even remember it, but I told everyone that my goal this year was to win Rookie of the Year. At the beginning, when I believe Brad Wren, Logan Sheets, and one other person, Brendan Burcroft, all those guys, Ty McWhorter, they were really close to me, and I was thinking, oh man, this is going to be a close battle for Rookie of the Year. But luckily, I'm going to be, I guess I can be Ryan Newman for this season, where I'm pretty consistent, make the final round of the chase, and still don't win a race, which was needed to win the championship. Disappointed, yes, but at least I have Rookie of the Year to fall back on, so I'm happy about that. Something interesting about Rookie of the Year is that I haven't done the standings in 3 weeks, so I can't tell you how many rookie points I end up getting. But I ended up getting about, I think, 184 rookie points, which is an average of just over 11 rookie points a race, and the top finishing rookie gets 10 points. So that shows that I really took the bull by the horns and I wrestled it down to the ground with the Rookie of the Year. And since I'm the statistician,
Sounds like a rigged system to me.
oh, if you want to see the Excel spreadsheet, I'll send it to whoever wants to look at that thing. I'm definitely sick of seeing Excel spreadsheets after this year.
He has 25 of them, I promise.
But anyway, so hold on.
Okay, go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
Here's my stat of the night. Out of the 36 races, the top finishing rookie of the race, each race, finished in the top 10, 35 of the 36 races, just to show how tough this Rookie of the Year award was in actual form. So that's my stat of the night. Gotta end the show and the season on a stat by me. Yours truly.
Okay, well, there's your stat of the show, I guess, from Adam de Blasio. Adam did highlight we had a lot of really good rookies that joined the league this year and were eligible. Unfortunately, I was not eligible because of this some BS rule that Jacob passed in the middle of the night. But, you know, a lot of good rookies joined this year. Hopefully we see a lot of good rookies next year. We need everybody that's a member of the league to help us out and recruit good members for next year. We want this league to continue to grow and be successful, and that only happens if we continue to recruit good and competitive members. So let's talk about the race at Homestead tonight. The final four came into the show. That was Adam de Blasio, Matt Bontempi, Jacob Fife, and Andrew Fayesh. Came into the last race, and I know everybody's trying to get a good finish to end the season, but all eyes were on that championship four. Jacob, you were up there running towards the top five all night. It looks like towards the end of the race, Andrew was pretty much the class of the field, as he has been the whole season. But tell us about your attempt to try to chase him down and maybe get around him for a victory.
Yeah, I mean, really, honestly, the night went as bad as well as I could expect it to go, other than obviously winning. During my practice time for the majority of the week, I thought the car was really loose, hard to handle, especially coming off the corner, and I thought I was overall junk. Then I get into the session and find out that maybe I'm not so bad after all. So I had a great qualifying run. I was able to lead laps. I was able to figure out pretty quickly that in order for me to have success, I needed a shorter run. The middle part of the race where we didn't have, we had a lot of green flag pitch, which is great as far as an admin owner is concerned. But personally speaking, after about 25 laps or so, it's not that I necessarily slowed down as much as just Andrew got faster. So that balance kind of changed, and that was the difference in the race, really. I got the caution with 20 to go, and you just put yourself in the best position. I was in the lead. I had the opportunity, and Andrew just outdrove me. It's pretty simple as that. I think, once he put the pedal down, I think we were able to separate ourselves from the rest of the field. Even though Colton had a great night tonight, obviously leading laps and being up front, but even he, I think, was over a second back of me from the end of the race. And no matter what different line I tried to do, I just couldn't get enough grip off corner to maintain the type of momentum that Andrew was maintaining. So congrats to him, obviously. It's been a great year. Obviously, I wanted that one spot higher, but that's racing. That's how it goes sometimes, and you just got to keep chipping away at it.
All right, and so for the second straight year, we go to Homestead, and we end up with, I think, Andrew Fayesh winning the championship and Jacob Fife second in the final race of the year. Andrew, we come to the final restart. You line up 1, 2, 3 with Chase Contenders. It's kind of what everybody looks forward to. Tell us what's going through your mind and how you drove those last 20 laps.
Main thing going through my mind is please stay green this time to the end, because last year I think we had a really long green flag run, and the first caution that broke that up was about 20 to 25 to go or somewhere around there, and it was like it got ugly, to be honest. So it kind of I was worried about it. I was worried about whether we get enough laps that I could try to make a run at Jacob. I was surprised I got him as early as I did, but I think I pulled some good strategy. Luckily, because of us being offset on pit stops, we only raced each other twice in that race. Once was pretty early, and then once was right there. We only were on similar tires twice. So I think between that, he didn't have time to learn how I was going to try to set him up. He didn't know what kind of move I was going to make. And how wide Homestead can be groove-wise by the end of the race. I think that helped me make the move like I did. But like I said in my post-race, I really appreciate Jacob running me as clean as he did. He ran me hard, but he ran me very clean. And he could have ran me even harder and even crazier if he wanted to. So I definitely appreciate the respect coming back. I think I said it in the interview. I think it paid dividends to not dump him in Martinsville, despite the amount of blocks that I received then. But no, I think that paid off a bit in the respect department. And I couldn't think of a better league to run. I said I've been having a blast here, but I was shaken. I haven't shaken that much in a race since probably my last real life dirt race win that was close. It was that stressful. It really was coming to the end there.
All right, and to the victor go the spoils. So Andrew Fayesh is your 2016 Integrity Racing League champion. Earns it on the racetrack tonight. So Andrew, as you give your kitty cat a little victory kiss there, I guess that's the Integrity Racing League girl that comes up and gives you a kiss. But so congratulations to you on being your champion. Walk us through your season. It was a rather successful championship season for you again. I'm sure Adam could give us all the numbers on how many wins you had and top fives, and I don't know those off the top of the noggin, but pretty much a clearly dominant season again this year, and get your second championship in a row.
It was a long year. It was awesome. My cat, I think the problem is he knows I'm done racing, and he's like, get away from the computer. You're done racing now. Pay attention. But yeah, it was a long season. It was a fun season though, through and through. I honestly only had a couple bad races. Honestly, most of the wrecks were ironically with a fellow pro driver, Matt Busa. He self-spun in Kansas in front of me and self-spun at Bristol in front of me and collected me on both occasions. And I think those are the majority of the big ones I ended up in all season, is ironically from someone as talented as that. But it's all part of it. I got to thank my team again for all their support all season, on and off track. Even confidence levels and stuff. Even, I may be a pro and I may have been sim racing for a long time, but I still have my doubts. when it comes to a close battle of any sort, and comes down to, any little thing that happens in a negative fashion, it can get to you, no matter how good you are. So it helps to have teammates that have your back, and I really appreciate that. So I want to make sure to point that out.
All right. So again, congratulations to Andrew for his championship. Jacob will be taking the necessary steps to get him his $100 championship prize and his trophy for the 2016 championship. So congratulations to Andrew again on a dominant season. So now for maybe the most coveted prize in the history of the world. I mean, there was voting early and often in this. There were allegations of rigged elections taking place. And election monitors from the United Nations were brought in to count these votes to make sure they were on the up and up. We'll go ahead and pitch it over to Jacob, who's going to announce the 2016 most popular driver.
All right, yeah, this was a lot of fun for various reasons. I got a lot of joy out of doing this. There was 41 people who submitted a vote. Our final 3 drivers was Adam de Blasio, Alan Roll, and Michael Dool. All of them received multiple votes within the last go-around. But there's only one winner. And I'll go ahead and pull up the screen share here. And with garnering just over 46% of the vote, our 2-time most popular driver or winner of the award is Alan Roll. Coming in second, good Lord, was Michael Dool with 36.6%. And coming in third was Adam de Blasio with 17.1% of the vote. So, Alan, why don't you tell us a little bit about your second most popular driver of the award win?
I don't know. Let's see.
What are you trying to do, Alan?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, first of all, everyone can call me 2-time. So that's one thing. So there's that, and I appreciate all the votes.
All right.
Take a deep breath, Alan. Deep breath.
And everyone can see my great ability at computers right now. So yes, sorry, no video. So, but yes, so I beat Duel. So I guess he's going to kill a lot of cats. So I guess keep your cat safe there, Andrew. I guess he's going to like take a hit out on yours because he threatened it on Facebook. So, but no, it was for as much trash I get that people talk about me. I guess people like me, so that's good. But yeah, and so now I need to change my number to 2, so everybody remembers the glory of me getting called 2-time. So that's when we request new numbers. I want that number so everybody remembers.
All right. Well, those are the infamous words of the 2-time most popular driver
2-time.
in the Integrity Racing. Integrity Racing. Alan, walk us through your season, man.
Well, I think I had the highest number of incidents, but I only got suspended once. So that's I think that's a small miracle. I'm sure there were a lot of bets on how many times I would have got suspended. But yeah, it was a pretty good season. I think I only got one person DQ'd, so that wasn't too bad. So yeah, I don't think I hit Jacob once. So pretty much the chase drivers pretty much avoided everybody, but I think a couple of y'all. So that was but no, it was a good season. I mean, I think over when we ran the B car, I think I actually ran better. So I think the number of cautions from the year before went down quite a bit. So I'm going to try to get that clean driver award from Kent. So, and there's another laugh if y'all want to laugh. You can start.
No, I think that'll do it. We got to move on to other pertinent issues of the Integrity Racing League. So that kind of wraps up our awards for tonight. Kent Wetherill, for those of you that are joining us a little bit late, Kent Wetherill wraps up the clean driver with a good race here, again tonight at Homestead. So Kent's your clean driver of the year. Let's see, Adam de Blasio is your rookie of the year. Lockdown Racing takes home the team championship, Andrew Fayes takes home the individual overall championship. Jacob takes home a silver medal, I guess. I don't know. And then Alan Roll is your 2016 most popular driver. So there we go. So that's your award show. Moving forward, the only thing we have left this season to talk about, the season's over, but we do have the All-Star race coming up. So Jacob, tell us a little bit about the All-Star race, the format, and how guys like maybe Kent Wetherill and Alan Roll could maybe race in that event.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's the last race of the season till we go on winter break. It's going to be they're going to have an open race to start off with. So if you have not had a pole or win during the course of the season, you'll be eligible for the start or for the first race. That race, I believe, is going to be 25 laps. I'm trying to scroll down to see my. Scroll way down, apparently. It's going to be 25 laps for that. It's going to start at 8 o'clock for practice. It's going to run about a 30-minute practice, I believe, 5 minutes for Q, and then we'll go into a 25-lap race. The top 2 drivers move on to the All-Star race. It's going to be at USA, and the setup is already posted on the Facebook page if you want to grab that. Everybody should have USA. If I remember correctly, that's a base content track now. So those guys who've had a pole and will run a race are eligible already and will be in the main session. The guys who have not can race in the open session and work their way in, get a top 2, work their way in the next round, and be involved. Should be a lot of fun. The setup's pretty decent. Gets a little squirrely here and there, but otherwise, should be a great end to our season. Should be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. And real quick, before we wrap things up, I really do sincerely want to thank everyone for their participation in the league this season. I want to thank everyone who's helped out with the league, especially Adam. As much as we make fun of him and joke about it, he has been a great help with doing all the stats and keeping things going for us throughout the course of the season. So it's deeply appreciative with his cheesy smile for him to help out with that. All my admins who help out during the course of the season, already working on rules and stuff for next year. So looking forward to it. I hope everyone's able to return for our 2017 edition of the Integrity Racing League. And also, real quick note, don't forget about our short track special during the off season. James Hudson's running that deal. And that should be a lot of fun too. Simple rules, keep it simple, and we'll have a lot of fun.
All right, so a lot to look forward here. It'll be interesting to see how the All-Star race goes. That's on the 21st, so this coming Monday at USA. Jacob just talked about that. It'll be interesting to see how the off-season goes this year. Jacob talked about the short track league that James Hudson is operating. It'll be interesting to see how recruitment goes for next year as we try to get as many drivers into the league as possible. And it'll be interesting to see what happens at Daytona for the Daytona 500. So that ends the season. It'll be interesting to see what we do for the rest of the night and the rest of the off season. I hope you enjoyed the show. It'll be interesting to see whether we do this show again next year. I really hope we do. So thanks to everybody for joining us. Thanks to Adam de Blasio, Andrew Fayas, Jacob Fife, Alan Roll, Kent Wetherill for joining us for the show tonight. It'll be interesting to see what these guys choose to do after we log off. So thanks to everybody for coming. Have a great night and enjoy your off season.
2 times.